It's true that I'm not ashamed of my body. I'm comfortable, and I think more women should be more confident. I want my outfit to match my mood. I think about my dwindling anonymity, and that's really scary because a very large part of me would be perfectly happy living on a ranch in Colorado and having babies and chickens and horses, which I will do anyway. I'm really a normal person. I hated school. I traveled so much in my early years that I didn't understand the process. I felt suffocated, not like I was some grandiose artist. I just felt like an alien. The secret is I have no shame. I've only been in long-term relationships. I've never really dated myself. Los Angeles is a really strange place. I grew up there like a normal kid, but it was not until I experienced other parts of the world that I realized how really and truly bizarre to the core it is inside the homes of the powerful and damaged. I love doing improv. I love comedy. I have always felt this way, even when I was really young. I'd watch my parents work and think, yeah, I'm going to do that. It wasn't even a thing. It's the only thing I know how to do. I'm so happy when I'm working. When I did The Social Network, David Fincher told me that I managed to make a thankless character pretty awesome. I thought that was really cool because I think he's really cool. I think there's a part of a woman that wants to be the thing that breaks a man down. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to hang out with my family. Well, I sometimes want to hang out with my family. Sometimes your parents are the ones with the biggest mouths of all time. I feel like you learn how to do school in 2nd grade through 5th grade. During those years, I was never home. My parents had some problems of their own that put me in a position of having to deal with very grown-up stuff at a very young age. I needed some help with that, therapy-wise. I found a red Oscar de la Renta raincoat, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Seeing a catering truck feels like home. I did a movie where my character was obsessed with Bruce Lee, so I learned everything about Bruce Lee, read everything, watched his movies. I have bizarre anxiety about being in a city. I have no idea who I am or where I am. LA really doesn't feel like home to me anymore. Nashville is only a couple of hours from New York, and people just move at a slower pace there, and they don't care who you are or what you do. I was always taken in and out of school. When Mom and Dad were at the height of their careers, and things were super crazy, and they couldn't leave their houses, there wasn't social media. It was all about autographs. Now, everyone's the press. I feel fame is perforated. It can be glorious, but it can completely destroy a human, too. I grew up around really not normal people. My family is General Hollywood. They're all artists. They're creative people who are advocates for expressing themselves. But I also have to say I'm not impressed with Hollywood. I feel like I grew up in the circus. I know planes, trains, and automobiles, and really talented, weird people. I'm filming the next 2 installments of the 50 Shades movies back to back. Right now, I'm known for making movies, and I wonder if that's it. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it to me. When I think about filmmakers and actresses that I have admired my whole life, I've admired their entire body of work. I missed the television train at some point. I don't know what happened, but now I've created a complex about it. I'm missing out on what everybody's watching, and now I can't even begin to think about starting to watch a television show because it's been so long. I don't even have a Netflix account. My most favorite thing about London is that nobody recognizes me. It's really cool. Sometimes I panic to the point where I don't know what I'm thinking or doing. I have a full anxiety attack. I have them all the time anyway, but with auditioning, it's bad. A film set is the most comfortable place I could be in the world, that's what I know. I went through a phase where I loved tattoos, and I loved the feeling of getting tattooed. I'm proud of 50 Shades of Grey. I don't need to distance myself from that. The more work I do, the more the general public sees the different things I can do. Do I think it opened doors? Yeah, more people know my name. I've heard stories of people meeting the loves of their lives online, and that's great, but it freaks me out. I think I spent my entire childhood on film sets, surrounded by filmmakers and actors and people with magnetic energies who make movies. I travel with a lot of clothes, which is a really bad idea because it's such a nightmare to travel. I always overpack because I like to bring things with me, and I accumulate stuff, so it piles up. I travel with everything I own. I love clothes so much. I feel like whatever I wear is an insight for other people to get to see who I am, or for me to portray how I'm feeling. I feel like everything I wear is a favorite thing. I wouldn't wear something if I didn't love it, and I wouldn't just wear something because someone put me in it. I like a sort of androgynous look, but I also love feminine shapes. The idea of being at home and picking up kids from school and cooking dinner, and then the husband comes home, there's something that seems really nice to me, 'cause I never had that growing up. And it seems so enticing. But in my mind, I'm like, well, I'll just play that in a movie and go about my own life, bizarre as it is. Gina Rowlands is my all-time love. Nicole Kidman, Michelle Pfeiffer. I grew up watching their work. They are extraordinary. I would go through phases of wanting to be a mermaid or a vet, but because I grew up around people who were always making movies, I guess it sort of just molded my mind.